Alright, right here up front, there's Davey Boy. Last time you saw him on the video, we fixed his tiller, and this is his edger here, his Briggs & Stratton. And it wasn't running, so we pulled the carburetor out, cleaned it, and then cleaned the gas tank. And so, go ahead and see if it starts out.
That'll work.
Oh, it's that All right. No, the reason why it's spinning hard, Dave, is because remember under here, the gapping was off. We'd have to take this top off and sand that ring and re-gap it. But it's just corrosion on the contact points of the magnetic pickup on the magneto here, so that's why it was hard to spin, because it was just binding up right there. Anyway, it's fixed. It runs. Cool deal. Here's the weed eater, and took the carburetor apart. Oh, Tony bought a new bowl. Where's that? Right there, replace that. Go ahead.
Start it?
Yeah. Hopefully we'll start.
You gotta close it, right?
Yeah. 321. Rebuilding the carburetor.
Yeah, straight out the middle. If they're lucky, theirs will just fall down the middle too. And
so hopefully I won't damage too many gaskets. And here's the problem. It's running pretty rich. Foul on the plug. So I'm gonna pull the carburetor off and rebuild it. All right, go ahead, John. That's it. Just rebuilt the carburetor. Here's my neighbor's truck here. Bad old Dodge Ram. And we took off the caliper. And he took off the spindle nut. And little Jesus pin that goes in there. Wired up the caliper so there's no pressure on it. Removed the rotor. Popped out the races. Those are the inner races and those are the bearings.
Inner and outer.
So let's tap in the new races. There's the old ones there. We're going to tap the new ones in. Fit the bearings. Reinstall it. Try to do it again. Come back. Sounds like it's coming from right there. See, that's the rear end. That clean line. So the driveline is out of the vehicle, and now that it's out, use needle nose pliers to pull out this little C-clip that's in here. Looking at the old universal joint around the collar here, there's a lot of wear. We pull this thing apart. There's one of the caps. Not horrifying. All the needle bearings are there. There's a little bit of grease. And here's the other cap. No bearings. Everything turned to dust. And you can see the edge is completely scored. So, that's what it was. Universal joint. It was just totally destroyed. Alright. Bearing grease. Air conditioning belt. Idler pulley. and I don't even know where your other universal joint is. All that shit done, and it's way too late. I don't know what time it is. 1 a.m. or something.
Under there.
That's both of us, by the way. Anyway, Tony's little lifted truck right here. Fuel pumps out.
Okay, see, there's the other one.
Taking off the 8 bed bolts.
So I guess I'll
Yeah, and the other one's right here in the very end of it, and the back, very back of the bed. So that one's got to come off too. So I jack up the truck. Some jack stands are chock under the front, and we got to take off the forward 6 bed bolts and the back 2, the last 2 of the 8, which are right above that hole right there. We just have to loosen up pretty good, but keep them still installed.
Come on, baby.
You ready? Hold on, slide this one in place. There's the old fuel pump, and there's the new one. Now we should have done a better job about cleaning around the surface, but when we tapped it, it just popped up real quick, so there's not much we could do about it. His fuel gauge buried. We thought it was a float inside, so we pulled out the fuel pump again, shook it around. I think it was a ground. We just needed some WD-40 on the metal ring. Fuel gauge looks good. Temperature sender looks good. Fuel neck has a ground strap right there. And without that ground strap touching the bed, the temperature sending was grounding out. Bam, buried too. So there you go. A couple little snags and we got it done. Runs like a champ.